I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to again the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice, the awesome guy, Gotcha Bear Site, North Carolina, and Marcus is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to again the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice, the awesome guy, Gotcha Bear Site, North Carolina, and Marcus is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
3, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Hunter Will Review It. Back at it again. Join Effort Channel.
You know. Yes.
Let's go. What's up, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Let us know in the comments, as usual, what you're blazing on. We have a bit of a unique episode. We're unpacking a lot. You saw. We're going to talk about Elizabeth Warren's ideal blunt rotation, which, if you know who Elizabeth Warren is, that sentence sounds fucking weird. And we're giving away a MacBook. So, cheers.
Just wait.
Personally,
till
I got some Tropicana cookies I'm going to dab, and I've been staring at it for a half hour now. I'm so stoked.
I'm actually excited to see you smoke that picture, bro. That looks so good.
We've been trying to get this started, guys. Sorry it's a couple minutes late for anybody who tried to join and then left at this point. I get it. But you know, it
Life
happens,
happens, y'all.
man. It happens.
We are human.
For sure. Grinding up some Gary Payton $50 smalls from JK. I hadn't smoked the $50 smalls from over there. I've been trying out other budget brands recently.
Nice.
So it's going to go full circle. You know, they started this little trend. In the end
They
of the
did.
day, they started this trend. Everybody, I don't want to say playing copycat because some of them are maybe winning, but they started this little trend of everyone trying to get the budget flowers out right now. Just like there's the trend of everyone trying to get the near 40% flower out on their website right now. There's those two things everyone's trying to do. But yo, cheers. Gary Payton is a classic strain. Always a pleasure to smoke it.
Hell yeah.
Hunter, what did you take your rip of?
I have Creme de la Zen packed up. That $50 ounce that sold out in less than 10 hours or whatever. I haven't seen it come back since.
That one sold up because people were like, what is this? Hey, cheers, everyone. NC, you?
Cheers.
Oh, pouring water in.
Yeah, you're good.
It's pretty good. It got those dark berry notes. And then it has a Kush vibe.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Yo.
Wow.
But yeah, again, this is an exciting week, homies. And I'm assuming after this week, you're going to start to see a lot of change with the podcast. Just a quick heads up. Because this is the start of what should be something huge. I mean, last week a press was given away. This week it's a MacBook. This isn't anything normal that you've probably seen in this community industry before.
Yep. That's
This
for sure.
is a couple steps beyond that. Bigger plans, greater goals. We're happy if you guys all want to be a part of it. You are in, however, probably the last 45 minutes to enter this giveaway for a MacBook. So if you've not dropped down into the description of this live stream, if you've not joined the Discord in general, weekly giveaways, you should be over there. Entering is as easy as answering a question.
Isn't it your favorite strain or something like that? All you gotta do is tell us your favorite strain.
Favorite
Yep,
strain
that's
for
all you
sure.
gotta do.
Go
And
with-
there's, still at max, sometimes maybe 25, 30 entries. So your odds, that's with 600 people in this community. That's good odds. And it's like you said, Jerry, we gave away a press last week, MacBook this week. We give away free flour. Y'all,
the amount of ounces
Christmas
that have
every
gone out
week.
at this point is kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
even on that first giveaway, person got all the concentrates, the whole pack. It's
Yeah, a whole ounce or two.
yeah.
Crazy.
You really
You
want
know?
to be a part of this. But I guess, homie, what is your favorite strain, each of you? Real quick. Oh, we've probably asked this once before, but an all-time strain. What are we choosing?
For me, it's I love that GMO. That's just my favorite strain, honestly.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think I have to go classic UK cheese. It's something about that cheese genetic that is just so, that funky flavor. It hits the body just right, the mind just right. I'd
People-
probably have to pick that.
Mine still remains on blue cheese, so I'm not too far from you. I just like that blue,
For sure.
that blue dream cross in there for a little extra euphoria. You know, I feel like every strain nowadays is as keef covered and keefed out as that was, but blue cheese for me was one of those first strains that was just absolutely covered and coated in keef. I'm still remembering seeing that for the first time. It was special. Yo, Hunter, yours?
My favorite strain, I'm gonna have to say probably gelato.
Okay. Well, you're living in the right era
Really good
for
gelato.
yourself.
Really good, like gelato 41 probably. I would have to say.
Yeah, you are the luckiest man alive right now.
Seriously though.
The entire weed market currently caters to Hunter. This is amazing.
Yes.
Good for you.
If you're
man.
a gelato lover, it's a good time to be alive.
Every
like-
strain is at least 25% your favorite strain. How does that feel, man?
Yeah, like it's pretty cool. I like the way it tastes, like. But
Yeah,
gelato
there's-
41's very unique though. It's more the gassier ones, and that's definitely my favorite because it has that hint of that classic gelato taste, but then it just got a real gassy version of it though. It's so good. I love that
Oh,
strain.
absolutely.
Yo,
And I love how it just smacks you too. Like gelato just.
Yeah, like it just smacks me so hard. It's
we got
Gelato's
Mac
good.
one
Melba,
from
too.
Evan Perry in the chat. Nexi OG's right with you. NC, loving that GMO. GMO. You know, if Ganja Bear was here, he probably would have said cherry pie, guys. And there's been some cherry pies recently. Some of the people really trying to optimize the grow of that strain, I feel like, before they maybe move on. But some of the recent ones, those have been very pretty, very loud. I can see that being one of the better strains nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I have yet
Absolutely.
to try a really good cherry pie cut.
Does it
Same.
upset you all when you think about new day strains, how we're having less strains grown for a purpose, less strains that are sativa, less strains that are indica? Everything seems to be a 60-40, 55-45 hybrid. The effects on weed is starting to just kind of feel, and I'm starting to criticize people less that don't medicate properly, because a lot of weed is just starting to feel like weed. It's not having specific medicinal benefits. I don't know. Are we not crossing the right things?
I don't know. I think part of it is there's definitely that kind of new school of thought that sativa and indica
Don't
are
exist.
not as correlated with brain high versus body high as we used to think, now that we understand different cannabinoids and terpenes in a lot better of a way than we did years ago.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is as growers understand that, they're now optimizing for different things than in the past, which is why you see so many crosses with like a base genetic that's the same. But I still agree with you, Jerry. I feel like we could still use, as an industry, to have some of those classic, like, straight sativas, straight indicas from back, the Afghani, the AK-47s, the stuff, the hazes, the headbands, stuff from back in the day that was its own thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So you think they're just focusing more on the right thing? They're actually picking
Could be.
strains to grow them for terp content.
Yeah, just a
se.
different understanding of what they're growing for. But that does, I think, even if that is what they're doing, it still has kind of a unnecessary negative byproduct of, we're gonna kind of miss out on some of those one-off purity strains that were just classics.
Yeah, true. I think
Definitely.
it's interesting that we find out some of them classic strains had higher percentages. For example, the sativa ones of THCV than we would have ever expected. Some of them had like 4 or 5% of that, and it was like, that's significant.
Makes you wonder
Yeah.
too, like back in the day, before we knew what to call it, and everyone's talking about those sativas are so pure and great for focus and great for energy. Now we know why.
Yeah, it's those terps were
Cheers,
terping,
MC.
but you also got some
Yeah.
you got some Ving around in you. Take a little rip, not a full bowl, but
Cheers.
I love that square bowl, Jerry. That's cool.
I said that before. I thought it was pretty cool bull.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for like cool bowls like that are square, different ways to pick them up. They're I love that
Yeah, like
having
I
a
like
nice
how it
bowl.
doesn't have a handle that can snap off. Like you can grab it from the corner. You know what I mean? It won't be hot. I know. It's like,
I have been liking
Yep.
how it feels. You can even like put a finger under.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
because that literally
Yeah.
happened to me the
My
other day,
handles
dude.
break
I literally
eventually.
broke my bowl. I had to buy another bowl the other day.
This is the only one I've had that actually like has been good. It's been one with like a horn, so it's not really it's the handle, but like
Yes.
it's handmade glass, so it's not like
Yes.
the cheap
The
ones
tiny
I've always
little
had that just
bullshit.
breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah, I had a bowl up there. The bottom of it broke, but it has like little indents for your finger to grab. It was so comfy to use. I love that thing, but sadly it broke.
Even this one kind of like it's just like a simple bowl, but like it has like the little indents. Like
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
you know what I'm saying, like you can grab
Absolutely.
it easy.
Yep. There's a lot of
Yeah.
little stuff like that that contributes to the experience of smoking weed. The little ritualistic
exactly.
aspects of it. Which I love. That's something that people don't talk enough about too. Like if you find that you feel you have a really high tolerance or something, try to focus. Or if you find you're just going through weed quick and you're trying to like use a little bit less and make it go farther, focus more on the ritualistic aspect of the experience. And if you smoke a little bit less per bowl and focus on you might feel that, wow, I've loaded 10 bowls. It's actually the same amount of weed as if I would have smoked 3 full ones. But because I feel I've loaded 10 bowls and have been sitting for an hour, I feel like I had a way longer session than I did. And sometimes you'll find you're higher than you thought you'd be on less flour. I find that a lot.
It just hits different
Yeah.
when it's like tickling your receptors rather than full
Yes.
on taking them
Yep.
over.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
like
said
getting
last week.
tackled.
Yeah, like you said last week, Jerry, when you still have some of that sober awareness to really aware and be like perceive your high. You're not just numb to it. You're actually like, wow, I can really notice this head change, and there's
Yep.
a different day. That like level 1 high. Just smoke a bowl and then leave it for
That's
take
why
a
I
hit.
love
And leave
flour.
That's
Personally, that's
Mhm.
No. And on the ritualistic part of it, perfect transition. We get to talk about our dear homie Elizabeth Warren has a dream blunt rotation, guys. Isn't this great? I never knew she would make a dream blunt rotation.
Right?
And it made me think I don't even have one. Like she has a dream
Same.
blunt rotation
Same.
before I do.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
And she released this to the news before she goes to Joe Biden to talk about marijuana legislation. God bless
Hilarious.
this country.
Yeah.
God bless this country.
Oh, no truer words have ever been said. That's so funny.
But she includes The Rock in her dream blunt rotation.
I'm pretty
But-
sure if I sat between,
And I'm pretty
Elizabeth
sure that
Warren
was
and
the
Rock, my
entire
mind would
thing.
explode.
Like I don't think she mentioned anybody else. That's the worst part of it. Her dream blunt rotation is just her and The Rock. And
Well,
in
he's
the
big
blunt
enough. He
back and-
counts for 3 people.
True. They're just like handing it back and forth.
So funny. That'd be wild though. Imagine sitting down and smoking a blunt with.
I
The
mean,
Rock
I
and
forgot
Elizabeth
she's from
Warren.
Massachusetts though. So I mean,
Okay. Yeah,
they've had weed for a good bit now.
a little bit. Yeah.
The states really actually embraced it rather than other legal states that still push back and make it a miserable experience for the rest of the people. Like they kind of actually embraced it. But yeah, she just said The Rock, so I wish she would have talked about the rest of her dream blunt rotation. Because it get me thinking, who are y'all choosing? Is there anybody you need in your dream blunt rotation?
Yeah. Just because I'm from Pennsylvania and I live really close to Pittsburgh, Wiz Khalifa, he has to be in my blunt rotation.
Okay.
That's a necessity, I should say.
And now, please, unlike Elizabeth Warren, there's got to be more than one person in your blunt rotation, Hunter. You can't just have one person.
But
Who
he
else
is
there?
a must-have. It's really hard for me to pick the others, but he has to be in it though. I don't know. Probably like Bob Marley. Actually, Bob Marley would have to be another one.
Yeah. Then that's the whole living versus dead people that. There's quite a few people from the past I think would be really cool to smoke with.
Right? Like,
Like-
bro.
Yeah. Currently living though, I would say, if I had
Not
to do,
Chris Farley.
oh, bro, that'd be epic.
Chris Farley is the third, bro. You know Chris Farley?
Chris Farley, that would
Oh
be pretty
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, bro.
You know,
I
I
would
know he would be
say-
funny as fuck to smoke with, bro.
on the sports side, J.R. Smith, huge stoner recently. The fact that he literally dribbled it out to the 3-point line going backwards and basically lost the Cavs that game is still one of the funniest moments all time.
Hell yeah.
I want to see him actually smoke the blunt and just like, understand that moment a little bit better. Want to understand the moment a little bit better.
I would say, and this assumes they would all like smoke the blunt. If I had to pick 4, I would say Joe Rogan, because I've been a fan of his since like the Fear Factor days, and I find him very interesting. It'd be fun to
That
pick
would
his
be
brain.
cool.
Yeah.
Elon
Joe
Musk. Elon Musk for a similar reason, just to be able to see him in person and talk to him in person because I find
He's
him incredibly
smart as
interesting,
fuck.
and just get to gauge a bit of what it's like to be that person.
Try to understand that all a little bit.
Yep. I would
Yeah,
say
like
Michael
how he owns all of that shit. Like,
Michael Jordan, because not even because like not that I'm not a basketball fan, but I'm just very impartial. I don't mind. I just don't watch basketball. I think it's a cool sport. But simply because again, just to understand someone with that much
Yeah.
cultural significance and like to hear from him Stone, like what was it like that 90s run, man? Just like what was it like for
real,
you?
though.
Like just dude, that'd be wild. If I had to pick one other one that's living, this will probably piss off people, and I don't really care because I'm not taking a political stance here, is Donald Trump. Again, I find him very fascinating as a human being, as a psychological specimen. And just to hear him stoned talking about his existence, I would find very fascinating. I would find that very, very fascinating.
I was about to say, bro, I can't even imagine Michael Jordan mooching on a blunt, man.
Right? Let me tell you about that fucking time Scottie Pippen's a bitch. Oh, yeah, for sure. But then there's plenty of dead, like Michael Jackson. I think would have been an incredible person to pick his brain. What is it like? I mean, from being that young, thrown into stardom. I mean, very odd person. But it would be very, just from at least a musician standpoint, talking to him, I think would be wild. Hendrix would be crazy. John Lennon would be wild.
Yeah.
But there's a lot, Being interesting. Wiz Khalifa too. I've been a huge Wiz fan for a long time. AP be someone I definitely love to sit down and shoot the shit with. That would be dope.
True. See, the one person I wouldn't include in mine that I feel like a lot of people would is Snoop Dogg. I just first of all feel like he would smoke too much of the blunt.
Yeah,
You know, you got to be careful about inviting real stoners. Like the same reason I won't have Seth Rogen in my smoke circle. If he's in my blunt rotation, I don't know how much of the blunt I'm actually gonna get.
Yeah, for
You know, these two might smoke the whole blunt on me.
True.
Yeah. Muted.
Yeah, that would be wild. There's quite a few you think about, like if you really sat down around a session with them, like
They'd smoke the whole.
just to hear what they'd say. Yeah, they'd smoke the whole thing for sure.
Real.
Like you can start it and then you can ash it. There you go. That's what you get. Be wild.
Hey,
I'd love to just sit there and smoke a joint with Donald Trump too, like for real, just to understand.
Yeah, just fascinating psychological specimen. Just talking about his existence, his life, things he's done. Honestly, part of that would be any president. Like, what does it feel like to be behind the scenes of it all? And I think that would be wild.
Yeah, like
Very
you said, I ain't trying to make it political, but I fuck with Trump
course.
too, bro.
Of
Like,
course.
it's
interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I noticed no one picked The Rock. No one else. Okay.
The Rock.
Yeah, no, because that was who Elizabeth Warren picked. Remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now
Um,
Elizabeth Warren, that'd be hilarious. Watching her smoke a blunt. That woman
true.
trying to dance.
That would be
First dance.
amazing, to be honest. Watching her actually smoke the blunt now that she said this. I want to be a part of this rotation with the two of them. Because I don't think I
Yes.
can picture either of them high. They'd both be kind of weird high, wouldn't they?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Elizabeth Warren would be the kind of person that just holds on to the blunt and never shuts the fuck up, nor passes it or takes a hit. Just holds on and starts talking.
Yeah, just keeps
Like-
talking. You can see the
Yeah.
blunt just burning
You just
away.
see it going down. You're like, all right, can you fucking keep talking, but give me the blunt. Yeah, you know.
You just wait for like a little chant, like, all right, so yeah.
I have
about that
another.
blunt right
I
quick.
have another one. This would be one hell of a memorable experience. Smoking a blunt with Alex Jones would be hilarious.
That would be.
Holy shit.
Bro. Not Alex Jones.
He's like, bro, I'm so fucking high right now. This weed's fucking amazing. It's so good. It's so funny. Hilarious.
Listen, I really gotta tell you how
Yeah.
good this fucking weed is, man.
I'm
This
fucking-
weed
I'm
is
fucking stoned.
absolutely
Yeah.
fucking so good, man.
I'm kind of fucking stoned. Oh, you know who else? He's still alive. Christopher Walken. Just to hear him high in his iconic voice, you know.
That
So-
would be wild.
I don't know if you've had weed. It's very nice, very stoned. You know, it'd be so funny just hearing him talk like that. It'd be hilarious. Getting him, I imagine him just. But see, he's someone I could actually picture just sitting there sparking a blunt. Fucking Christopher Walken. You know what I mean?
Actually,
totally see
would.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Clint Eastwood smoking a backwood.
True.
Clint Backwood.
Clint Eastwood, though.
That'd be badass, dude.
Clint Eastwood, though.
Jim
Huh.
Carrey. Smoke a blunt with him.
Yeah, bro. Jim Carrey, bro.
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
There's a ton.
That's why I said Chris Farley, bro. I was thinking about some
Oh,
funny
yeah,
comedian, bro, and I was like, bro, I gotta go with Chris Farley or something. Like,
I'm not sure how much I want to smoke with most of these celebrities, to be honest. That's the tough part. A lot of them.
Josh, you know what I'm saying? From Raw.
Yeah.
True.
Definitely. Josh Kesselman.
Yep.
Nathaniel Pennington, the person that made Humboldt Seed Company.
Mm.
There ever since 2001. So you know he's got to have so much knowledge.
Oh yeah, dude.
True.
No doubt.
Two random ones.
I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, there's a lot. There's like past political figures or world leaders that would be interesting to smoke with. You know, that would be wild.
For sure.
Cheech and Chong. I would love to smoke a bowl of Cheech and Chong.
True. True.
They'd be a good time. Be Real from Cypress Hill. I'd love to smoke a bowl with him.
oh yeah,
That would be a blast.
big doink was like
Go in his smoke box, sit in the car with him, and get fucking
For real.
blazed. That'd
For
be so
real.
dope. Be really cool.
For real.
I'm trying to think of who else. It's funny though. You made a good point, Jerry. I'm like, yeah, I read the article. I'm like, I've never thought
Never
of my
made
own
one.
ideal blunt rotation. No.
No. And the more I think about it, the less I kind of want to do one of these drinks.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
The less I
Yeah.
actually. If I was
Yeah.
presented the chance where someone was like, here is a nice packed blunt, there is that group of people you just stated, go smoke it with them. I'm not sure I really
What if
want to
you
walk
actually made
in.
it happen though.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if somebody made it happen. Like, shout out to whoever
Yeah,
did
like
that
actually
thing.
making this shit happen. Your
But
dream.
like that
That'd be
would
crazy.
also be awful. I'm sure that would be one of my worst smoking experiences.
Why? Why would you say that?
I would just be bored. I would have nothing to relate to these people about, actually, in the end of the day. Their stories
just
wouldn't be
satisfied
as
by your-
interesting as I'm thinking. And I would
I
actually
think it
know
depends
who
on
they
who.
are at this point. And I think that they are
True.
much cooler people when I don't know anything about
know
them.
That is often the case. That is very true. That is often the case. It would be cool if it went well though, like assuming they smoked the blunt and it went well and was interesting.
And they
there
were
are certain people I would
everything
find.
you expected. They were had
Of course,
no
right,
faults. They
right.
were perfect. Otherwise, you're gonna be disappointed.
Oh
Eh,
yeah, it's often, especially if you are in that world where the people that you look up to in that way are so celebrity and so untouchable. Like, no, they're just people, and if that's gonna crash your worldview or your impression of them, yeah, it'd be the worst experience ever. You know,
for sure.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's speed run a little bit of news, everybody. Did you know that it looks like Nebraska, if they went to try to legalize marijuana, has a good shot right now to at least get medical legalized? That
Nice.
would be another state in the book. 70% of Nebraskans support it on a new poll.
Nebraska.
So
And
that's
Germany just went full legal too.
true. Yeah. So, guys,
Yep.
don't let Germany
crazy.
beat us.
Yeah.
We need to get this legalized nationwide. You know, they did it in Germany. We need to do it here.
Can't lose to the Germans.
I mean, we did win. We just got to keep bringing up the THCA loophole. It's like you didn't do it first. No, we had
No.
THCA flower, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't do it
Mhm.
first. This is,
Nope, they didn't. But yeah, we gotta get on board now if they're doing it. Only a matter of time.
for sure.
I was gonna say for Pennsylvania residents, people who have their medical card, you can no longer get a DUI.
True.
Nice. Very cool.
Questionably better than that in the state of Maryland. Once this bill that they passed goes, and I mean, I think the Senate approved it, so I think it still has to be passed in total. That will be the first state where you can actually still go have a gun license as well. Bear
And that's
arms
crazy.
with a medical marijuana license, and
I support that. That's sick. I like that. That's cool.
that's how it should be.
100%.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
why take my Second Amendment rights for a medicine? Like,
Yeah.
Well, and I can take how many oxys and still go own a firearm, but if I smoke
no,
this
like,
plant, I
telling me
somehow
can
can't.
do all- I can go to the bar. I can drink beer and shit like that.
Especially if
and-
it's a medical card. Like,
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. It's not
the fact
not
that you
even
can
necessarily
still recreationally smoke and have a firearm, but the moment you get a
Yeah.
medical card, you
Yeah.
can't.
Now that
It
it's
makes
actually
sense,
deemed
I-
for medical use, nope, you can't. Yeah, that's absolutely absurd.
So shout out Maryland. That should.
Well, and there are
I'd
certain
say
states
step.
that don't enforce it. I know Arizona didn't enforce it when I was
Sure.
there.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I actually I in the midst of purchasing my firearm remembered that, and I was like, I wonder how this is gonna go, and it didn't. There was no issue.
Huh.
Very weird. Yeah, very odd. But who knows? Maybe it's I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was that if you had the medical card, you couldn't. Maybe I'm wrong, and I understood the state law wrong, but that's what I
Sure.
understood it to be, and they didn't never batted an eye.
And looks like
Yeah.
Virginia should have legal cannabis sales soon. The Senate and House are compromising. Yada yada yada. AKA, they need a couple more weeks to figure out how to tax it.
Yeah.
So, you're almost there, guys. Just
Yes.
they worked really
On the
hard
finish
on the
line.
tax structure.
Well, and I do find it interesting how now the federal government you're starting to see, and maybe this is just a tool they're using for the election, but you're starting to see them trying to go instead of for reclassification for complete declassification, which is what we all talked about to begin with. Like it shouldn't be Schedule 3; it should be off the Schedule to Controlled Substance list altogether.
That narrative
Yeah.
did change. Yeah.
Some people are pushing for that, which would be amazing because then it gets rid of the whole you got to go to a specific doctor and go to a specific pharmacy, and it makes it a lot more.
It can be in a health supplement.
Yes,
It can
right.
be a store that pops
Yep.
up question.
You could. I'm sure that would make the growing
products.
laws like federally more relaxed because it's not. You're not trying to grow a Schedule 3 substance in your closet. You're growing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool if they end up continuing to push that narrative, and then it goes. Because it was kind of like the snowball effect. It was first, let's talk about reclassifying, and then let's see the HHS, I think's recommendation, and then once they came out with all the medical research, they're like, okay, well, hold on. Now that there's tried and true proven medical benefits, we got to talk about deschedule versus reschedule, and at least it's hopefully it'll continue to go that way
Yeah.
because it really should, especially if you can go buy booze. Like if booze isn't on that
If-
list, why the fuck?
I hate comparing booze to weed.
Mhm.
On one hand, I would rather,
Mhm.
but the average person wouldn't understand a weed to ashwagandha comparison for how we should
Right.
classify it.
Right.
But like, if people are going to continue to make the booze and weed comparison and talk about
Right.
how yada 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 they're the same type thing, then in
Right.
that case,
Right.
booze has never been classified. Bro.
Right.
Like,
Well, and that's the point. It's like look at how much more detrimental harm booze have done to society, and they're not on that list. And you want, it's using those two things to compare how different they are rather than how similar they are. And it's like if we can apply that relaxed stance from a classification standpoint to something as destructive as alcohol,
Yep.
why not cannabis? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So hopefully it'll go that way, you know?
Dude, people need to turn to cannabis more instead of things like alcohol. Like alcohol should.
100%.
It ruins lives even more
Yeah,
than
like,
the ones that are immediately.
Makes people depressed and shit.
It's
Yeah, not just the ones
literally
that's
poison to the
intaking
body.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
absolutely.
just the ones in taking it either.
100% true. That's so true. Most often, it's aside from the physical harm to yourself, it causes more harm to others than yourself typically because you're often not aware of what you're doing to other people.
Yeah.
No, that's so true. But again, any of these things, like you said, ashwagandha, like it's sage. Like I can go, like you know,
You can go
I
get
can go buy that. Like,
saffron, and that will
Yeah,
immediately
right.
make you happy. Like, but it doesn't give you the whole. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that can. I
Yeah.
mean, they attacked this herb, and now they're realizing that this herb has benefits for people's lives, and I don't know.
absolutely.
I understand that they want to research it in medicine, but you can research it even if it's not classified. You don't
Exactly.
need it to
And
be
you and you-
classified to
right.
research it. We just need it to
Right,
be
and yes,
legal federally.
yep. And there's clearly at least enough evidence now to like we can justify the deschedule. We can still research it all you want, find out continually how beneficial it is.
Yeah.
But we know enough now. Like
You don't gotta
come on.
classify it for us to
Yes.
research it. Yes, that would
Right.
have made it
Right.
so you can research it if
Right.
it's illegal, but why
Right.
we're not trying to
Right.
keep it illegal.
Right. It's like we may not know enough about our planet and space to know if there are actual aliens and what they are, and that's up for debate. But we know enough about our planet to know it's not flat, and we can say we don't live on a flat Earth. It's the same thing. It's like we know enough about this now. We can deschedule it. We can keep learning about it. We don't know 100% everything there is to learn about this planet, but we know enough.
Weed grows because the planet is round.
The planet's actually
Because
a diamond shape.
The fact that it goes around it makes you get sun and dark, which makes weed plants grow. Boom, weed.
Boom, weed.
Science.
We know science. You just graduated from Bro University.
That's the best
Wow, what do you
explanation I've
mean?
ever heard, Jerry.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta put it in terms that gonna get it through noggins, guys. So if you ever got somebody who's doubting the shape of the planet, just tell them how else would weed grow?
Just tell them to come back and check this joint effort session and
Yeah.
that explanation.
Like
Weed.
Bro.
Science.
weed, science.
Do you even science, bro?
Like,
Noggin.
this grew because the world is round.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff you heard it here from Jerry.
Boom.
Crazy stuff. I
Science.
gotta love science, bro.
Noggin.
Hilarious.
Hey,
Let's see. I'm gonna check and see if we had any last minute entries
well, I hope
for
so.
the giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got one other one. Let me add them in here. Country Boy 518.
Shout out to him. Get out in the giveaway just in time.
Yes.
Guys, we're getting to about that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I hope you all are too. It's kind of cool to give away a MacBook.
Yeah, like
Well, MacBook action, huh?
crazy. Like the
Yeah.
press was already crazy, but a MacBook Air, yes. Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Crazy. Got
True.
the spinny wheel. Whenever we decide, we can leave it up there for a minute and build some hype. If anybody wants to enter, you got 2-3 more minutes.
Yeah.
We'll add your name. Again, all y'all got to do is make sure you're in the Joint Effort Discord. On the side, you will see an announcements channel called Weekly Giveaways. Click on it. You just have to answer the question. The question this week is, what was your top favorite strain? If you don't have one, you can pick two. But out of all strains you had in 2023, what was your favorite and who was it from? If you answer that question in the next 2 minutes, you'll be entered in to win a MacBook. From us
Hey,
to you.
Dad.
Yo,
I don't see my name up there.
you're not. Did I not add you in there? Let me add you in there. That's bad.
You're good.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. I was like, wait.
Make sure I didn't miss anybody else. I'll go back through here real quick. I don't want to make sure.
You're good.
Let's see.
The spinny wheel.
All right, we got another one.
Somebody entered that last minute.
Yep, Bud Stash.
Crazy. Just about as last minute as you said. He's pushed for
Uh-huh.
rescheduling
It'd be
marijuana.
crazy if he wanted to. It's like that's all
Wouldn't
you
that
gotta
be
do as a
wild?
defender,
Did you
man.
know that veteran and law enforcement groups, though, those are the surprising ones that are actually pushing for the rescheduling of marijuana, too?
Wow,
So,
that's awesome.
talk about the change in narrative, perception, and stigma. I mean,
No
5
kidding,
years,
man.
it hasn't been perfect, but
Yeah.
guys, I mean, I talk to retired cops every once in a while, right? And what they were trained to think about marijuana is not what this leads me to believe cops nowadays believe and think about marijuana. Right? This is
Yep.
Whew.
Wild. Like you said, what a change in narrative too. Like crazy. All right, you guys, we are closing the giveaway now. I'll check one more time, see if there was any other last minute entry. Nope, Bud Stash was the final one. And again, before I click this wheel, just to tease you a little more and build a little more hype. One of the reasons we do this, we don't call this joint effort just because that is a cool name. We call it that because it's really, we want to stand by that. This is a joint effort, and we believe in helping to build each other up. And this was a giveaway we wanted to do to give back to y'all as one, a way to say thank you because you guys are awesome. And two, maybe you want to get into content creation and don't have the means to get yourself some of the tech needed. Maybe you're in school and need some tech. Maybe you work and need some extra tech, or maybe you just need some extra tech. This is a way to get your hands on a MacBook for yourself. And again, check this giveaway section every week because we're going to continue to give away stuff like this. Sometimes it's flour, sometimes it's stuff like this, sometimes it's a press. But again, this is just one of our ways we want to say thank you and continue to give back to y'all. With that, I'm going to click spin. Let's see who wins the MacBook. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Too much suspense.
Drum roll.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Barely to Void. Reese's Free for Reviews almost won again. Void, you've won the MacBook, my friend. Go ahead and just DM one of us with your shipping details. So, I mean, we'll get that sent out this week.
That's crazy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Void. Way to go. Awesome. I'll post that
Wow.
in the giveaway channel.
Wow.
Void won.
The homie Void. Wow. Wonder what he's gonna do with it.
Mm-hmm.
The world is his oyster.
He must
he's
shuck
just-
it. Hilarious.
With that in mind, though, guys, yeah, keep track on the weekly giveaway tab. This is going to be we're going to go back to the roots, give away some flour this week again. Got to give us a few moments to decide from where, because recently there has been a new budget option we kind of want to share with someone in case y'all haven't tried it. But the issue is the stocking of the site, so we're trying to figure out the logistics on the giveaway before we promise anything. Anything. But other than that, guys, much love, appreciation. Thank you for showing up this week. Sorry for the short episode. Hopefully no tech issues next week. But
Hell yeah.
we'll see you in the Discord till then. Deuces.